This is the voice of a 73-year-old woman, a grandmother and caregiver, sharing her journey of strength beyond age. At 73, I should be resting. Instead, I rise every day to fight battles most people never see. My mornings do not begin with calm cups of tea or lazy hours. My mornings begin with responsibility. Before the world fully wakes, I am already awake. In mind, in heart, and in duty. I care for my granddaughter. She is a child on the autism spectrum. Her world is painted with colors unseen, sounds unspoken, and rhythms only she understands. Raising her is not a chore, it is a calling that demands patience I never believed I had, love that runs deeper than I imagined possible, and courage that some mornings I have to borrow from tomorrow. And beside her is my husband, a veteran, a soldier, a man who once stood tall, who carried strength into battle, who came home with scars not all can see. Today, his body betrays him. He is disabled, but his spirit, his spirit still echoes with the fire of the man he once was. Two lives, both needing me, and one me, 73 years old, no cape, no applause, no promise of rest. And still, I rise. There are moments when I glance at my own hands, wrinkled, aching, veins raised like rivers of time, and I wonder, how did they still hold so much? How did they lift plates, medicines, therapy toys, laundry, tears, and dreams all at once? And still, I rise. Most people whisper to me, "You must be tired," and I smile, because yes, I am tired. My back aches, my knees complain, my nights are broken by coughs, cries, or worries that refuse to sleep. But here's the truth they don't see. I am also alive, fiercely, meaningfully, fully. There was a time I thought retirement meant peace. I imagined soft mornings, quiet evenings, the world moving without me, as I finally let myself rest. But life handed me another script, a script where I became a nurse, a teacher, a counselor, a grandmother, a wife, and a fighter, all in the same day. And still, I rise. Because every morning my granddaughter looks at me in her own way, sometimes with a glance, sometimes with a hum, sometimes with the smallest touch of her hand on my cheek. Each time it feels like she is whispering, "You stayed, you showed up again." And my husband, his gratitude is not loud, but his eyes speak. They speak of battles fought, sacrifices made, and a quiet thank you that I'm here to carry the line when he no longer can. There are people who ask me, "Don't you ever want to stop? To rest?" And I tell them, rest will come one day, but right now, life needs me more than rest does. And still, I rise. I have known nights where my pillow was soaked with tears, days when the kitchen clock mocked my exhaustion, mornings when the mirror showed me a woman I barely recognized. But I learned something powerful. Strength is not the absence of weakness. It is what you choose to do despite it. I do not wake up strong. I wake up willing to love again, to carry again, to try again. To those of you watching, maybe you are not 73, maybe you are 50, 60, or or even 35 and already tired. Maybe life has placed weights on your back that no one else can see. Hear me clearly. You are not too old. You are not too late. Your story has not passed its deadline. This channel is called Mind Over Age for a reason, because the greatest battles we face are not with our bodies. They are with the voices in our head that whisper, "You can't anymore. You've done enough. Let someone else take over." But what if your presence is still the very thing holding your family together? What if your hands, though tired, are the reason someone eats, learns, smiles, or simply feels safe? I may not have riches to give my granddaughter. I may not have grand inheritances to leave behind, but I give her patience, the language she understands. I give her love without judgment when her emotions don't fit what the world calls normal. I give her stability in a world that overwhelms her. And to my husband, I give dignity, because a soldier never stops being a soldier. He just needs someone to carry the armor when it gets too heavy. Some days I speak to God. I ask, why me? At this age? When will it be my turn to rest? And the answer never comes in words. It comes in moments. In her laughter, in his softened eyes, in the quiet satisfaction that tonight 2 people will sleep safer because I showed up. There is power in being needed, not the power that drains you, but the power that whispers to your soul, "You still matter." And still, I rise. If you are listening right now and life feels too heavy, I need you to hear this. Purpose is the most powerful medicine for aging. Not pills, not creams, not a perfect diet. Purpose. Find someone or something to rise for, because when you rise for them, you rise for yourself. I am not superhuman. I break down. I cry. I fall apart. But I rise, because the alternative is to let life pass without meaning. And so, yes, I am 73. I am a grandmother. I am a wife. I am a caregiver. I am tired, and I am strong. And still, I rise. Every day I whisper to myself, "This too shall pass, but while it lasts, I will live it fully." Mind over age. Not because my body is invincible, but because my spirit refuses to surrender. To every one of you listening, don't let the number on your birth certificate decide when your story ends. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for applause. Life is here, now, urgent, fragile, beautiful. And you, yes, you, still have something to give. So tomorrow when the alarm rings and your body whispers, "Stay down," rise anyway. Because that is how ordinary people live extraordinary lives. That is how legacies are written. And that is how stories like mine, stories like yours, become not tragedies, but triumphs of will over weariness. And still we rise.